Hello students, we are solving the IB Math AA AGL past papers and currently we are solving the IB Math AA AGL November 2022 paper 1 past paper. Today we will be solving the question number 10 of this paper. You will be getting the links to all the previously solved questions of this paper and of the other papers in form of playlists in my channel NS Online Math Tutoring Classes. So without any further delay, let us start answering question number 10. The maximum mark is 20. The function f is defined by f of x equal to cos square x minus 3 sine square x, where x is greater than or equal to 0 but it is less than or equal to pi. That means x is covering the first two quadrants. Okay. Subpart A's question is find the roots of the equation f of x is equal to 0. Okay, so f of x is cos square x minus 3 sine square x. This should be equal to 0 and this is a trigonometric equation and we know that in order to solve trigonometric equations, if possible, we convert the whole equation to a single ratio. Over here, this equation is having two ratios. One is the cos, another is the sine. So either we convert the entire equation into one ratio or we factorize the expression given and each expression contains a single ratio. That is our target. That is how we solve the trigonometric equations. So in this case, um, let us convert this cos square to sine square. I could have converted sine square to cos square as well. Okay. So in place of cos square x, I am writing 1 minus sine square x minus 3 sine square x is equal to 0, or 1 minus 4 sine square x is equal to 0. Therefore, 4 sine square x is equal to 0, equal to 1, or sine square x equal to 1 over 4. Okay. So this gives us the sine x value as, it will be plus minus square root of 1 over 4, that is plus minus half. But we will not be taking the minus half part because x is in the first two quadrants. And we know that the sign is positive in the first two quadrants. So we will not be taking the minus half part. Okay. Of course, first of all, we will be writing plus minus half. Minus half is rejected because x is between 0 to pi. Okay. Therefore, sine x is equal to half, or x is equal to, we know that sine 30 degrees or sine pi by 6 is equal to half. Okay. So that will be one of the roots definitely. And what will be the other root from the second quadrant? The second quadrant angles are given by this expression pi minus theta, where theta is the angle from the first quadrant. It is an acute angle. And what is the acute angle from the first quadrant? It is pi by 6. So the second quadrant angle will be pi minus pi by 6, which is equal to 5 pi by 6. Okay. So the other root will be 5 pi by 6. Okay. So these are the two roots. These are the two roots of the function. F of x equal to 0. Find the roots, and we have got the roots as x equal to pi over 6 and x equal to 5 pi over 6. Okay. So coming to the subpart B, it is containing two further subparts I and II. The subpart I is saying find f dash x, so we have to differentiate the f of x expression. So f dash x will be equal to, how do we differentiate? We bring down the power, and cos x was previously raised to the power of 2, and now it will get raised to the power of 2 minus 1, which is 1. So it is 2 times cos x, and then we have to differentiate the cos x, which will be giving us negative sin x. And for the second term, it is negative 3. It is the coefficient. It is staying. And similarly, I'm bringing down the power, that is 2. It is 2 sin x. And the derivative of sin x is cos x. Okay, so this is equal to negative 2 sin x cos x, and this one is negative 6 sin x cos x. Okay, or you may leave it this way. You can write it as minus 8 sin x cos x, or else I can write this as negative sine 2x. It is up to you. You could have written minus 8 sine x cos x as your final answer. It is equally correct. Okay. So this is minus sine 2x, and this one will be minus, this is 2 times 3, right? Or 3 times 2. So this part is sine 2x. So this is minus 3 sine 2x. In fact, since I have written this as sine 2x, I could have omitted this step, but anyway, it is negative 4 sine 2x. F dash x is negative 8 sine x cos x, or is equal to negative 4 sine 2x. Okay. Coming to II, hence find the coordinates or the points on the graph of y equals x, where f dash x is equal to 0. If dash x is equal to 0, that means I'm taking this one because, as I've said, for solving trigonometric equations, we try to get the equation in one ratio, and this is the expression in one ratio. If I had taken minus 8 sin x cos x, that would have had two ratios, sin x and cos x. That is why it is better to write it in this form, minus 4 sin 2x. And now they are saying f dash x is equal to 0. So f dash x is equal to 0 implies negative 4 sin 2x is equal to 0, or definitely negative 4 is not equal to 0, therefore sin 2x is equal to 0. Since sin 2x is equal to 0, what is the domain? Domain is x is greater than or equal to 0 but is less than or equal to pi. So what will be the domain for 2x? It will be, I'm multiplying 2 with all the three parts. 2 times 0 is 0 and 2 times pi is 2 pi. Okay. So 2x can have any value from 0 to 2 pi. And we are seeing sine 2x is 0. So 2x can be equal to sine 0 is 0 first of all. Then sine pi is 0. And sine 2 pi is also equal to 0. Okay. So 2x can be equal to 0, can be equal to pi, or can be equal to 2 pi. Therefore, x will be equal to, I'm dividing all the numbers by 2. So 0 divided by 2 is 0, pi divided by 2 is pi by 2, and 2 pi divided by 2 is pi. And they are saying find the coordinates of the points. So it is not that we can give all the x coordinates and only the x coordinates. We have to get the y coordinates also. Okay. So let me write the function expression once more. I think you are being able to see the function expression. F of x is equal to cos square x minus 3 sine square x. Okay. So now f of 0. F of 0 is equal to cos square 0. Cos 0 is 1. So it is 1 square minus sine 0 is 0. So it is 0. So if 0 is 1, therefore one of the points will be having the coordinates 0 comma 1. Okay. F of pi by 2 is equal to cos square pi by 2. Cos pi by 2 is 0. And minus 3 sine square pi by 2. This is 0. And this sine pi by 2 is 1. 1 square is 1. So minus 3, which is equal to minus 3. So the second point will be pi by 2 comma negative 3. And finally, the third one, f of pi should be equal to cos square pi minus 3 sine square pi. Sine pi is 0, so this part is 0. Cos pi is equal to negative 1. So this is equal to negative 1 whole square minus 0, which is equal to 1. So the third set of coordinates will be pi and 1. Okay. So these are the coordinates. These are the coordinates or the points on the graph of y equals f of x, where f dash x is 0. Support C. Sketch the graph of y equals the absolute value of f of x, clearly showing the coordinates of any points where f dash x equal to 0. F dash x equal to 0 means the stationary points. The stationary points, we had found the coordinates of the stationary points as 0 comma 1, pi over 2 comma negative 3, and pi comma 1. And any points where the graph meets the coordinate axis. Okay. 0 comma 1 is the y-intercept obviously, and so this is one of the points where the graph is meeting the coordinate axis, and the other points will be the x-intercepts. Those are the roots of f of x equal to 0, and they were pi over 6 comma 0 and 5 pi over 6 comma 0. And I have sketched the graph because it would have taken a long time for me. It has taken, in fact, that is why I have drawn it before. So this one, starting from this 0 comma 1, this whole thing is the graph of y equals f of x. Okay. And now since we are asked to graph y equals the absolute value of f of x, that means every point, every y value will be a positive number. And we are seeing when x is greater than pi over 6 and is less than 5 pi over 6, actually this is 5 pi over 6. When x is greater than pi over 6 but is less than 5 pi over 6, every point on the graph of y equals f of x is negative. Therefore, we have to reflect this portion of the graph which is below the x-axis on the x-axis, and we get this part of the graph. This was the local minimum point having the coordinates as pi over 2 comma negative 3, and now this is the local maximum point with coordinates pi over 2 comma positive 3. The x value stays the same. The y value, previously it was a negative number. Now it has become, previously it was negative 3. Now it has become positive 3. Okay. So previously in this dotted portion, every y value or every f of x value is a negative number. And now after the reflection on the x-axis, they have become positive. The x values stay the same. Okay. So this is the graph of the absolute value of f of x. And so this is the answer for the subpart C. Okay. Coming to subpart D. Hence or otherwise solve the inequality absolute value of f of x is greater than 1. Now this was the expression for f of x. F of x was equal to cos square x minus 3 sin square x, where x was between 0 and pi, both included. Okay. And this is the inequality that we have to solve. What is the y equals 1 line? This is the y equals 1 line, sorry. This is the y equals 1 line, okay? It is the horizontal line, and we have to find the x values, the range of x values for which f of x values are greater than 1, means this portion. This portion. Okay, because this point is equal to 1, this point is equal to 1. So this is the only portion where f of x values are more than 1. So first of all, we have to get the x coordinates of these 2 points, where f of x value is equal to 1. It is equal to 1 at this point and it is equal to 1 at this point. So let us first of all get the x values of these 2 points. Okay. So we will be first of all equating it to 1 and getting the x values of those 2 points. Okay. So I am saying that I'll be equating it to 1. What should I be equating to 1? Should I be equating this expression, f of x expression, that is cos square x minus 3 sin square x equal to 1? Definitely not, because this part is not the graph of f of x. So what is the expression of this part? This part will be having the expression of negative f of x. Why? Because you see in the original function graph, this was the point pi over 2 comma negative 3. And for the reflected part, that is the y equals absolute value of f of x, we are having the point pi over 2 comma positive 3. How did we come to positive 3 from negative 3? It is negative of negative 3 which gave us positive 3. Same for this point. Suppose this point is having, I don't know what is the x value, but the corresponding y value is negative 1. This, when getting reflected, will be coming to this point. I am trying to get the corresponding x value for this point, but I know the y value is 1. How did we get this y value as 1? It was negative 1. Negative of negative 1 is positive 1. Okay, so therefore the equation or the expression that should be equated to 1 is negative of f of x and not f of x. This is very important, which you have to remember. Okay. So negative of cos square x minus 3 sine square x is equal to 1. Okay. This is actually the answer for the subpart D. And again, I will be converting this cos square x to sine square x. So it will be negative 1 minus sine square x minus 3 sine square x is equal to 1. And if I open the bracket, it is negative 1 and this is minus sine square x minus 3 sine square x means minus 4 sine square x, and there is the minus sign outside. So it is plus 4 sine square x is equal to 1, or 4 sine square x is equal to 2. So sine square x is equal to 2 over 4 or half. Therefore, sine x should be equal to plus minus 1 over root 2. But we will not be taking the minus part because x is between 0 and pi. That means it is covering the first two quadrants where sine x is positive. So we will be taking only 1 over root 2 and not negative 1 over root 2. Negative 1 over root 2 is rejected because x is between 0 and pi. Okay. So now sin x equal to 1 over root 2. Therefore, x is equal to 45 degrees or pi over 4 from the first quadrant, or x is equal to, from the second quadrant, it will be pi minus pi over 4, that is 3 pi over 4. Okay. So this is the point where x is equal to pi over 4. This point, this one, pi over 4. And this is the point where x is equal to 3 pi over 4. Okay. Therefore, now we need what will be the range of x values where f of x is, the absolute value of f of x is greater than positive 1. Obviously, it should be more than pi over 4 but is less than 3 pi over 4. Okay. Therefore, absolute value of f of x is greater than 1 is satisfied for x is greater than pi over 4 but is less than 3 pi over 4. Okay. Because this is not containing any equality sign, therefore x will also not be containing, the answer will also not be containing any equality sign. Okay. So students, this brings us to the end of this question. We have answered this last subpart, that is the subpart D of this question number 10. And thank you for staying with me till the end. I am Nilanjana Sanyal. I'm an online IB Math ASL and HL level tutor. I tutor students from both within India and outside India, and I offer both one-on-one and small group online tutoring services to my students. And as you are seeing, I am uploading the solutions for the IB Math HL past paper questions in my YouTube channel, and In case you are liking my explanations, please to give this video a like and please to share this video with your friends so that even they can get benefited by watching this video. And in case you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. It will be motivating me to make more math videos for you because I'll be knowing that I'm being able to help you. That will be my motivation. Okay. And in case you have any query, any confusion, any question, any doubts related to this particular question or any question, please feel free to write to me in the comment section. I'd be happy to answer your questions. Okay. And we meet again very soon in our next session. We'll be solving question number 11 of the same paper. So till then, bye.